Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Wind Waker. Last episode, we got further in the Wind Temple, defeated the mini-boss, which I'm calling the Black Wizrobe from now on, and got the Hookshot from it as a reward that will help us progress further in this dungeon, to eventually save Makar, hopefully this episode. And I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. I was kind of in the middle of a fight, so I couldn't explain it as well because there was so much going on. Like the strategy of the fight, how you had to take the pictograph of the guy. But here's how I identify Wizrobes in this game. There are actually 4 kinds of Wizrobes in this game, even though many people just lump them all together in one group. There are red-hooded Wizrobes. This is we've been seeing these since Tower of the Gods. They just fly around, shoot 3 fireballs. In the Wind Temple, we've recently discovered yellow-hooded Wizrobes that summon groups of weak enemies. We fought the mini-boss, who was the black-hooded Wizrobe. Now, the black-hooded Wizrobe, and you need to use your deck relief here because there's no more Hookshot platforms in that area. The black-hooded Wizrobe summoned one of the yellow-hooded ones at the start of the fight, so that's why it was so confusing for me to try and identify them. And there is one more Wizrobe that we actually haven't encountered yet. It actually only appears in the Great Sea, the blue-hooded Wizrobe, just like the red one, but it appears on the overworld. So that is your Wizrobe identification guide, courtesy of me. Anyway, from here we have the compass, and wow, there's still quite a bit of the dungeon to cover, even though it looks like we've been through most of it. The truth is, there's a lot in this room that we haven't gotten to yet. So these are your 3 tools for progressing upwards here. Iron boots for the springs, deck relief for the gaps, hookshot for the hookshot gaps. Yeah, the hookshot's just kind of a really obligatory item. Honestly, if there was one item that this game didn't need, it was probably the hookshot. I mean, it's so strange. This game has both a grappling hook and a hookshot. How many hooks do you need? It's like we're going... And yet we have no fishing hooks! Despite living on the Great Sea. That apparently people say is fishless. If that's so, why is Outset apparently a small fishing village? A fishing village, but they never caught a fish. No, there are fish in the Great Sea. I guess everyone just eats fish, man. It's kind of a morbid thought. Yeah, sometimes I wonder what people eat in the Zelda games. In Twilight Princess, it's a little bit more obvious. By the way, to knock that down, you need to put your iron boots and hookshot it towards you. Your weight will pull it over. And we've actually just gotten to Makar's cell. That was what you needed to do to get into Makar's cell. And we got a joy pendant for our troubles, I suppose. Where are you, Makar? I'm like, they moved him. We was too late. Anyway, we're going to be needing Makar in order to get further. Our hookshot is not going to be enough. So first things first, jump all the way down. I know it sounds counterproductive, but trust me on this. Hey, stupid little pea-hat. Come on, Makar, don't let him bully you. We won't let him bully you. Yeah, Makar is quite small, so usually he'll need your help to get around. Yeah, like, I don't think he could climb over that on his own. Now, you need Makar to plant seeds in these 2 bits of subsoil here. There are all sorts of little obligatory spots in this temple where you just need Makar to get past. That's why we had to save him. There we go. And another one over here. There we go. The whirlwind is spinning. Now we have this giant whirlwind that has appeared due to this fan being activated at the bottom of this room. It can carry us upwards really quickly due to the strength of the wind. At the top of this room, at the very highest points, there is stuff that can get done. We might want to say that for a little bit later. At the moment, it's probably better just for us to head back to where we were before and go back to the room where Makar got kidnapped by the 4 masters. Part of the reason that this dungeon takes longer than any of the others, and part of the reason that it confuses people, is because you are given so many options as to where to go and what to do. You don't have to do much of this temple in a particular order. There's like a key that you can get in any order. There's you can get the big key at basically any time as soon as you have what you need for it. Everything in this main room can be done at like different times. Oh crap, Makar is out of flight power! Emergency! Oh, we survived. Awesome. Yeah, don't get stuck in the whirlwind, otherwise Makar can't move around in it. Oh, and those spike things on the wall, don't hit them, or they'll punch you! Oh, it hit us. It didn't even have to punch us, we ran into it like idiots. As soon as I warned not to do it, we got hit by it. Of course that's what happens. Even if you warn people about them, it still won't make a difference. See, those things, they slowly rotate around, and if you get in front of them, that thing on the box on the front launches out like a sucker punch, like a boxing glove. Oh yeah, cheat for skipping ahead in this temple pretty quickly. You saw that warp jar over there that we opened? Back when this room didn't have all that bottom space below it, and we were just coming here for the first time, I think in episode 74, we could have opened the top of that jar with a fire arrow, but it had to be a perfect shot from a distance. And then we would have gotten to go back to the first room and use a warp jar to skip a couple of the rooms in the dungeon. I didn't do that, though, because, number one, I don't like sequence breaking if it skips over things that we really should see. Oh yeah, also, Makar is telling us that we can use the hookshot to latch onto the trees that he planted from earlier. That was epic, too. The yellow wizrobe appeared in a different spot, but he still had fire on him from when we shot him. It's like, yeah, just because you warp doesn't mean that fire is going away anytime soon. So yeah, if we left that yellow wizrobe alive much longer, he would have summoned a couple small enemies to bother us. If I remember correctly, each yellow wizrobe in the game is programmed with specific enemies that it will summon. The one in this room usually summons fire keys and red bubbles. Maybe other stuff, but that's what I think it usually summons. Take, for example, the yellow wizrobe that we fought alongside the black wizrobe that was the mini-boss. Usually summoned P-Hats and Kargaroks to fight us. They usually have their own things that they summon. Yeah, each wizrobe is programmed with a specific summoning pattern. Black wizrobe will always summon Dark Nuts and Moments. Oh, blue bubbles. Now that we have the hookshot, honestly, the hookshot's a great way to deal with them, but ice arrows work too. So let's use an ice arrow on it. Haha! Take that! Oh, I get it. The ice arrow puts out their smoke. No, actually, I still don't get it. How does that even work? Whatever. It's magic smoke and magic ice, so I guess I shouldn't be trying to figure out how that stuff is physically possible. This is Zelda. I'm supposed to just be imaginative about it. Yeah, so blue bubbles will give us trouble each time we try and climb up with Makar. So it's possible we're going to have to switch back to Jack for a moment and use him to get some of those blue bubbles out of the way so Makar can keep planting the trees. There we go. And now that we're a little bit closer, we can take out the next couple of them. The hookshot, I think, is a more reliable item for getting them close to us, though. What? We didn't kill the other one? The ice arrow didn't hit it, it just put out the smoke. Oh, we missed it, so it respawned, because it didn't really die, it fell, but it didn't die. But now it's dead. That's gotta have killed it. Yeah, the hookshot is probably your best bet for dealing with these guys. Yep. Whoa! Crap! Now we're down here with the magic-draining tentacles that only appear here and in the Forbidden Woods and don't have a picture in the Nintendo gallery. That was pretty descriptive. Alright, I'll climb back up here, and we'll get to the other side of this room next episode. See you then.